Alright, hey everyone over here on YouTube, and no one's currently on Instagram. I'm going to give the same warning I always give. I'm home with Quinn tonight, so she's probably going to talk over me the whole night. I apologize in advance for that. I also like to apologize in advance for the fact that a couple of the news topics we're going to talk about tonight I haven't done and I have no experience with, so I'm just kind of winging it. Hello everyone who's tuning in on Instagram now. We do this weekly show here and on YouTube of Disney news and topics, so feel free to join in. Tonight we're going to talk about a little bit of fireworks. We're going to talk about a little bit of Guardians of the Galaxy and Pandora and whatnot. If you are watching this at a later date, there she is. If you're watching this at a later date, feel free to comment below on YouTube and let us know what you think about these comments. We love talking about our Disney news.
Disney news?
Yeah. You say hello to everyone?
Hi, everyone.
Introduce yourself.
No,
say my name's Quinn.
My name's Quinn.
Alright, so yeah, if you're just tuning in now, let us know if you have anything to say about the news topics. Sorry about her talking over me. And let's get started. We have a live chat going here on YouTube. We're also live on Instagram if that's easier for you. And this recap will be available here on YouTube afterwards. Today we're going to start off with talking about the end of Wishes and the beginning of the Happily Ever After fireworks show. This is one of the things, as I said a minute ago, that I'm going to be talking about tonight that I don't have a lot of knowledge on and or don't really normally talk about, but it was a bigger thing, coming up to be a bigger thing in the news because Wishes is ending and the Happily Ever After fireworks nighttime spectacular will be taking over. If you have, most people in the Disney community are pretty big fans of Wishes, where we don't watch it because Quinn doesn't handle fireworks too well. So, if you are a fan of Wishes, you are probably bummed that it's going away. You are probably skeptical about a nighttime spectacular taking over. I am optimistic because I've heard there is less fireworks in the new show, which is a good thing for us because we may actually get to watch it. Other than on videos, we've never actually watched Wishes from beginning to end because Quinn kind of has a mild heart attack over it. The next thing is kind of a two-part news topic. Let's see. Guardians of the Galaxy movie was released today. There's been people who've been able to see previews for it for a few days now. So there's some reviews and, I guess, thoughts and opinions out on the internet of it. We have not seen it yet. So this is part 2 of my I don't really have much to say about it news, but again, something within the Disney community that people are talking about, so I figured we could talk about it, and then when I have seen it, in the comments below in the video, we could discuss our thoughts and opinions on it. So far, overall, it's getting pretty good reviews. I've seen some reviews that say, meh, it wasn't as good as the second one, or as the first one, but I think overall good reviews for this movie is a good thing for Disney. Again, if you have any comments about the Guardians movie, if you've seen it already, I'd love to know your thoughts below. If you haven't seen it, let us know when you do, and we'll talk about it below. You're back. Mouthful of food.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm bored.
You're bored?
No, I'm not bored.
Oh, you're a boy because you have a mouthful?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, continuing. The second part of the Guardians of the Galaxy news for today is that they started the meet and greet with Groot and Star-Lord at Hollywood Studios this week. I believe
I like Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, me too.
No, me free.
And I believe this meet and greet is in the location where Moana was before.
If you watch our video, we will go to the Mickey store.
Go watch Mickey Mouse.
Okay.
And sorry, I got off track there. There's the meet and greet started at Hollywood Studios today. I believe it's in the old Moana space, and it looks really cool. The group looks really sweet. There's videos online. You can easily go out and find those videos. And I mean, it just overall looks like a cool interaction, and I hope we get there before they take it away, because it seems to be things in that specific space of Hollywood Studios come and go very quickly and don't stay around for a long time, which is kind of a bummer. Like, I hope Moana gets placed somewhere else. I've heard Adventureland, or even over at Polynesian. So hopefully Guardians will stay around for a while, or we get some announcement at D23 here about the future of Marvel characters in the park. Obviously, there's a lot of issues with the copyrights and Universal owning the rights to those things. On the East Coast, Disneyland has a lot more Marvel, and the rest of the Disney parks across the planet. Hong Kong comes into mind. They have a Iron Man ride, which would be cool if we got anything of that. And I think the reason you hear so much about Guardians being overlaid on stuff, because it's the one group of characters they kind of still have the rights for and can use. And people like the Guardians movies. I like it. As I've discussed before, I'm not particularly tied to and or have a love for Tower of Terror or Twilight Zone. So this is in my opinion, a good way to get Marvel into the parks. Think about it, man. Between, think about Rock and Roller Coaster. Not that many people really care about Aerosmith that much. Music's a big theme of this. Music's a big theme of Guardians. There's no reason why that couldn't be a Guardians ride. Just my opinion. And then you guys get to keep Tower of Terror, and no one has to lose their mind over it on the East Coast. Just my opinion. Let's see. On to some stuff that I can actually somewhat talk about. The Pandora Land Open. No, I have not been, but I've watched a ton of videos. I know there are many people within the Disney community who are of the mindset that they are not going to watch any sort of videos on Pandora. They want to experience it. I've heard everything.
Experience it?
Yeah.
And I like going to the Mickey store.
You do?
Yeah. And there's lots of toys and castles. And there's... Oh, I need to go get my juice and...
She'll be right back, so I better talk quickly. I've watched some of them, and I've heard some people say, like, oh, I want to experience it. Most of us are not fans of the movie Avatar, so, like, this is not, like, a fan thing. It's going to be kind of being immersed in that environment that's going to follow us, and so be it. We're not going to get back down until, optimistically, this fall, and there's not even a guaranteed chance that we'll go to Animal Kingdom, so I'm just going to watch them. I've watched a ton of the videos, whether it be from the Diz or... Videos!
Yeah, and I like Peter Pan.
You like Peter Pan?
Who's your favorite Peter Pan?
Rufio.
Okay, I like Wendy.
Me too.
No, me.
And, let's see. But yeah, the ride looks cool. You can see a full ride through as of right now of the Navi River Journey, which looks like a fun ride. And kind of seems, I don't know, like, as much as I love Disney and I don't think much is wrong, it seems to be not less necessarily poorly done, but the animatronic in it is the cool thing of it, but the rest of the ride seems to kind of lack from the video. But again, that's just video, to the credit of people who do want to experience it and not see video first. Experiencing that ride might have a much better impact, but the video of it is kind of lacking. Then the other ride, the Flight of the...
Flight?
Yeah, Flight of the Banshee or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harry Giant's still broken.
Yeah.
And the people will fix him, and they will fix Harry Giant.
You can't see the actual ride of it, but you see everything from starting outside of the queue.
To outside?
And all the way up to getting on the vehicle / you can see the 3D glasses, but I've yet to find a video of the ride, which would be hard to see anyways because there's not really a way to record YouTube videos in 3D. at least that I know of, and I don't have a way here at home to watch 3D stuff, so it wouldn't matter. But yeah, I mean, overall, the queue is, I mean, amazingly themed. There's a floating kind of, if you've seen the movie, they kind of like breed these avatars in, I don't know, these blue pools and tanks, and they kind of have one of those, and it's the most lifelike. I mean, so is the one in the River Journey. It's like the most lifelike animatronic I've ever seen. It looks awesome, and I'm really excited to see it. Overall, the first reviews of Pandora, or the first feedback, people have gone, responses, reactions have been really positive. Like, some of them have been suspiciously positive. I've seen some people on Twitter say, like, there hasn't been a single bad review. There's something fishy about this. And I've heard that, like, part of the agreement to go on these things was that you weren't going to go out and bash it, and freedom of speech / I get it from a marketing standpoint from Disney, but I mean, even the negatives that you have seen online haven't been like deal breakers. It's just been people talking about like mainly the restaurants and like the spaces and stuff like that. But overall, people are like, it's beautiful. It's really beautiful at night, which is what people like and people want to see. So I am overall excited about Pandora, and hopefully we can get there when we come down in the fall. Or hopefully something awesome happens and we are down there before we come down in the fall. That would be really cool. And the last bit of news is Disneyland Paris is currently testing, or they're going to test, or they floated out in surveys, rumor tested. Sorry, I guess I didn't probably look into this before I started here, but basically they're looking into paid fast passes, which was a fear of many in the Disney community and Disney Twitter and just people who love Disney in general, was that Disney, by going to all these extra paid events, the extra hours event that we went to, or the early hours event, or Disneyland's Max Pass, where you pay for, I think it's $10, and then you get certain like almost like Fast Pass Plus style without Magic Band Fast Passes. Prior to, I think there's a lot of fear that it was going to paying for fast passes, and I'm not thinking that this is necessarily the next step, but they're basically offering for an additional $200 on top of your ticket. So let's say they brought this to Disney World, I'm sure, because the euro doesn't translate to that, or that might be translated, but probably be a little bit more than $200 at Disney World on top of your already, let's say on the high end, $130 ticket to Magic Kingdom. $330 for one day at a park. I don't know if that's worth it to do that and have unlimited fast passes. She's back.
So can I talk to the people?
Yep, you can talk to the people for a minute. You gotta back up, they can't see you. There you go. Talk to the people.
Hi, people. So did they have a great day?
You getting up here?
Yeah. The people. And
Okay.
I'm telling them a story.
Okay, tell them a very quick story.
I'm going to tell them Elena.
Okay, you tell them about Elena of Avalar.
Everybody, who's your favorite Elena?
Well, they can't respond to you, so you just gotta tell them the story.
Once Elena rules her kingdom, she got Shriki. And he saves the day. And they live happily ever after.
That's a great story.
Now I'm done.
Watch me real quick. I'll be out there in a minute. I'm almost done. Go, 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 go. But yeah, I guess if you want to pay the money, you can already at this point kind of pay. You could pay for those VIP tours where you basically have Plaid walk you around, or an assistant essentially walk you around and take you basically to the front of every line. If you think about it, how many rides, I mean, outside of like really busy times like spring break and 4th of July and Christmas and stuff like that, like if you go on like we went in March this past time, I mean, there wasn't really that many lines that were that impossible to get through or get fast passes for. We always get fast passes for Mine Train, and I know that's a really hard one to get, and most people do not get them. But we never, from the first time we've ever gone, ever had an issue getting mine train fast passes. So I can't imagine needing to pay for unlimited or more fast passes. But yeah, what do you guys think about any of these things that we talked about today? This is probably going to be it for this video, wrapping up for the day. Again, we do this every Friday, and we do it at 8:30 p.m. And we try to continue the discussion down below in the comments afterwards. So if you saw something you liked today, or you have a comment on something and you're watching this later, let us know, and I would love to start the discussion. You can find us here. We're also on Facebook, Main Street Citizens. We're also simultaneously do this on YouTube, or on Instagram, at Main Street Citizens. And we do this, like I said, every Friday. We try to talk Disney news. I'm not necessarily the most well-versed. I don't live down there, so I can't get in and out of the parks every week to report necessarily any of this stuff, but at least talk about it. It's interesting to me. I love to hear the different viewpoints of it, and I love to have a discussion about what's happening in the parks and what we would like to see done in the future. But yeah, that's it for today. I'm going to end the stream unless somebody mentions something down in the comments here. Refresh Twitter and everybody else here. We got 2 people, yep. Alright, so I'm going to end the the YouTube stream if no one has any comments about today's topics. And then I will shortly end the stream on Instagram if nobody has any comments there. Say hi to us. Hi, Adam. Hi, Christine. Or you guys are down here. You're not on YouTube. Quinn, come here.